Hey guys, Shiko here, and today I'll be going over a guide for Blue Protocol's dungeon, Chaotic Realm, Kanamia Trial, Hard. As a discretion, this guide was made during Blue Protocol's closed beta test, so some things may have changed during release. Alright, let's get started. The dungeon requirements for this fight are 3 to 5 people with a minimum armor rating of 8,970. This fight is split into two main phases where you'll have 15 minutes to clear ads to get to the boss, and then for each pull of the boss, you'll have 6 minutes before he hits Enrage. The ads phase is split into three distinct phases where you'll need to accumulate points up to 400 in order to reach the boss. The subphases in order are defeating Kinnan, choosing a trial to defeat ads, and choosing a trial to save Nakali. The first fight with Kinnan is very straightforward. I would recommend saving your Imagines and your ultimate as he will die very quickly. The next subphase allows you to choose between the Stormweavers or the Dark Twin Spirits. The main difference between the two is that the Stormweaver trial has 4 ads you need to defeat versus 3 waves of enemies from the Dark Twin Spirits. As both options need to be completed in a minute and a half, I recommend the Stormweaver trial as it is much faster than the Dark Twin Spirits. The last phase of ads will allow you to choose between Trial of Will or Trial of Faith. In Trial of Will, 3 large orbs will spawn at the edge of the arena. The players must stand next to Nakali in order to escort him to each of the 3 orbs so that he can absorb them. Players within the circle of Nakali will take continuous dot damage, so healers beware. In addition, players will need to watch for small AoEs that target random players, as well as the ads trying to attack them. In Trial of Faith, Nakali will be bounded in the middle of the arena. Players will need to attack the binding in order to free him. During this time, orbs will spawn at the edge of the arena, heading towards Nakali. If these orbs touch the binding, they will heal the binding for 25% health. Players must intercept these orbs in order to prevent them from touching the binding. When players touch an orb, they will gain a debuff known as Fullness. For 10 seconds, they must not touch another orb or risk a 7-second stun. While running around trying to intercept the orbs, watch for boulders as they will spawn to try to cleave the arena. For the final phase of the dungeon, you'll be facing off Maximo the Warrior. He'll start the fight by casting Soul Split. When the countdown expires, 4 random players will be marked with flames. When the 7-second debuff timer expires, the 4 players marked will drop their flames to the ground. These flames will be used for the boss when he casts Soul Annihilation. Soul Annihilation will turn the 4 flames on the ground into giant orbs. When the boss finishes casting Soul Annihilation, the 4 orbs will begin pulling players towards them. If a player touches these orbs, it is an instant death. It's important to note that orbs close to each other will create a stronger pull. In order to resolve this mechanic, the flames will need to be dropped directly opposite of each other in order to cancel out the pull. To have consistency, I recommend supports go north and DPS go south with DPS flexing. The rest of the mechanics are simple going forward. Mountain Shattering Slash is a tank buster that can be dodged. There will be an occasional party stack on a random player. The party should stand with the player in order to mitigate damage. There will be an untelegraphed spinning flame axe that will target a random player. The player targeted should leave the axe's vicinity as soon as possible as the axe will linger, causing fire damage over time. Another untelegraphed attack by the boss will be a conal cleave that follows a random player. When the cleave finishes, it will leave a conal flame that will linger until the end of the fight. The boss will cast multiple cleaves throughout the fight, so I recommend the party either placing the cleaves next to each other or on top of the existing cleaves. The last mechanic of this fight is the spear phase. During this phase, the boss is invulnerable and 3 spears will need to be defeated in order to bring back the boss. Players must defeat these spears before the spears fully charge. If the spears reach full charge, they will heal back their HP to full. And periodically during this phase, players will need to watch out for each other as all players will be marked for AoEs to drop. Thanks for watching. Hope this guide was useful, and as always, take care.